Today on the agenda, the automotive market is picking up again in March, but there's a big catch. The new BMW iX3 and i3 will be able to film you while driving and send the footage to BMW. Volkswagen hasn't said its last word yet on the compact gasoline sedan with the Sagittar S offered at 10,000 euros, but not here, obviously. And finally, did Abarth just sign the best possible partnership with The Simpsons for a special edition of its 600? It's quite possible. The French car market is finally picking up a bit. In March 2026, new passenger car registrations rose by about 13% in 1 year, with just over 173,600 vehicles registered. After the sharp declines in January and February, it's obviously better, but better doesn't necessarily mean brilliant yet. Because behind this rebound, we need to keep a cool head. First, because March 2025 was particularly bad, mainly due to a tightening of the emissions penalty that came later than elsewhere. This caused a drop in sales of about 15%. With this increase in March 2026, the market is mainly returning to about the same level as March 2024, which was nothing like a legendary year. In this still somewhat bleak landscape, it's clearly the electrified powertrains that are leading the way. Electric cars jumped by 69% in March, with almost 50,000 registrations representing a market share of 28.5%. Hybrids also continue to grow, up 14% for the month and up % for the entire quarter. Conversely, internal combustion-only powertrains continue to decline, especially gasoline, while diesel keeps dropping relentlessly, falling to 2.5% market share in the first quarter. But if there's a big winner in March, it's Tesla. After a complicated period, the American brand had a spectacular month with almost 10,000 deliveries in France, which is more than 203% year-on-year. And the star of the show is, of course, the Model Y. The SUV totaled 7,023 registrations in March, making it the best-selling electric model. Against this giant, the Renault 5 remains strong but falls behind, taking second place among electric cars in March with 3,500 registrations. In short, the French car market is picking up again, and that's already something, but for now, it's more like a car restarting after coughing all winter than a machine speeding full throttle toward the horizon. Next, the new BMW iX3 and i3 will be able to film you while driving and send the footage to BMW. The car of the future not only drives silently now, but also watches you and records everything. First in Germany, then elsewhere, the new iX3, followed by the future i3, will record certain trips, as long as you have agreed to it by clicking yes during the setup. The official idea is simple. Driver assistance systems should make driving easier, but to do this, they must first learn from real human behavior, including hesitations, reflexes, and decisions.
Absolument incompréhensible.
So the goal is to allow these semi-autonomous systems to learn directly from situations experienced by its customers. Starting today in Germany, the brand will begin collecting image, video, and sensor data from its customers' cars. The new BMW iX3 will kick things off, followed by the i3 and other models. BMW specifies that customer consent is required before any image collection and claims to comply with data protection regulations. Specifically, if you agree, your BMW will be able to record what happens in and around the car when an incident seems imminent. The goal is to improve functions such as automatic emergency braking, lane change assistance, cross-traffic alert, as well as driving aids on highways and in the city. The brand adds that this is not about continuous video recording. The system only keeps data during specific events, such as sudden braking, sudden evasive maneuvers, emergency braking, or near collisions during a lane change. This type of practice has already been in place at Tesla for years, and we remember that a scandal broke out when it was revealed that some employees could see intimate moments filmed inside their customers' vehicles. BMW states here that faces are blurred and license plates are anonymized. BMW also insists that the system does not monitor everything all the time. Only videos related to certain road events are kept. And for now, this rollout remains limited to Germany, but the brand plans a gradual expansion to the rest of the European Economic Area. The improvements obtained through this data could then be sent to customers as a remote software update. Volkswagen, for its part, isn't done yet on the compact gasoline sedan. In China, as the automotive industry accelerates toward electric vehicles, the German brand still offers affordable combustion engine models. And that's precisely where the Sagittar S comes in, a compact sedan with modern styling, up-to-date technology, and above all, a price that would be unbelievable for us Europeans. Design-wise, it has all the Volkswagen hallmarks, simple lines, classic silhouette, nothing flashy, but the look is clean, neat, and serious. It almost feels like an Audi A5 from the discount aisle. Inside, the layout is modern, digital, and connected. There's a 10-inch digital instrument cluster and a 13-inch central screen. The physical climate controls are gone, which will annoy some people, but the steering wheel still has real buttons. And honestly, these days, that's pretty exciting. The features also include 30-color ambient lighting, artificial intelligence with advanced voice recognition, and a Level 2 driver assistance system. Volkswagen hasn't forgotten about practicality either. The trunk offers 555 liters, which is very respectable for a 4.7-meter sedan, and under the hood, surprise, there's no electrification in sight. Here, it's still a gasoline-only setup. The entry-level version uses a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated engine with 110 horsepower and 141 Nm of torque. With a 6-speed automatic transmission above that, there's a 1.5-liter turbo engine with 160 horsepower and 250 Nm of torque paired with a 7-speed DSG gearbox. In China, the launch price starts at 79,800 yuan, which is about 10,000 euros, and even the most equipped turbo version remains at 117,800 yuan, which is about 15,000 euros. And finally, Abarth has clearly looked at the current times with its increasingly cautious speeches and more careful designers, and decided to do exactly the opposite. The Italian brand is unveiling a special series that's as unlikely as it is effective from a marketing standpoint. The 600 Abarth Simpson, born from a partnership with The Simpsons. Basically, the idea is simple. Abarth takes its classic 600 Abarth, keeps all of its technical base, and gives it a visual treatment directly inspired by Bart Simpson. You have to wonder if it began with a Monday morning meeting pun, like, what if we made the Abarth Simpson? On the outside, this special edition gets body parts in the colors of Bart's clothes, with touches of red, blue, and yellow, of course. A choice that, on paper, might seem like a very bad idea, and which precisely for that reason almost becomes an excellent idea. Because in the midst of an increasingly uniform car production, seeing an Abarth that stubbornly refuses to be discreet is almost comforting. Inside, the theme continues with unique upholstery, colorful accents throughout the cabin, and a perfect little nod, perfectly embracing the character's universe. The presence of Bart Simpson's famous skateboard in the interior decor. But the most delightful detail is about the dashboard. 2 atmospheres would be offered. The first takes the form of a specific design that looks like a doodle by Bart, as if the young troublemaker from Springfield had found a marker, a free surface, and no parental supervision. The second goes even further in irony. It takes up the idea of the written punishment on the chalkboard in The Simpsons opening credits, with this sentence in Italian that very clearly says, "I will never again associate myself with a car brand." And it must be acknowledged that this is probably the most brilliant detail of this special series, because it says everything. It shows that the car doesn't take itself too seriously. It also shows that Bart, for his part, knows exactly what he's doing. And above all, it reminds us that a car can still be an object of character, something that entertains, provokes, and sparks more than just a simple grimace. On the technical side, however, there are no surprises. The base remains that of the standard 600 Abarth, with its 280 horsepower, no specific modifications to the chassis. Sales will open starting from May 2nd, and like any good styling exercise, it needs a well-chosen number. This 600 Bart Simpson would be produced in only 1,987 units, a clear nod to 1987, the year of the first television appearance of The Simpsons. So is this Bart Simpson idea a good one or not? Let me know in the comments. And of course, since it's April Fool's Day, there's a little fish hidden in this video. In your opinion, where is it? Let me know that in the comments as well. Thank you all for watching this new video. Don't hesitate to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to make sure you don't miss anything. See you